it's quite rare that I'm ever patient, that I'm ever waiting for some sort of event or some sort of piece of information to come out. At the end of the day, it's my job to correctly predict pieces of information and be ahead of the curve, not waiting for the curve to occur. However, as we discussed yesterday, I am a little skeptical, and that changed yesterday with two pieces of information that came out. One was hearing what the Wall Street whisper number is around inflation, and the other was that the Department of Defense wasn't going to, or was going to delay its expected 2023 budget due to inflation. The whisper number seems to be quite low, around 5%. That's about 2% lower than the previous inflation read. However, since then, we've seen energy prices continue to rise and are much higher than they were in December. And we've seen every single CEO that talks about inflation talk about prices continuing to be elevated. Just as recently as right now, right before I got live, I was listening to the Chipotle CEO talk about prices remaining elevated and possibly having to do more price increases in the future. So we've got a low whisper number, CPI, lower, it's still around 5%, still quite high historically, but lower than last time, CPI. We've got expected CPI. We've got Department of Defense leaving its budget late, and I assume the Department of Defense has quite good and accurate information. And we've got rising energy prices. So I think CPI might actually, there's a possibility that it's even higher than the previous 7% read. Now today, there's a whole lot of gleeful commentary, market commentary around the tech rally today. Everyone's like, tech is rallying, bond yields are also rising. All right, we can throw out all the inflation worries because the market can rally and inflation can go up and interest rates can go up. I think the market can rally with rates going up. I don't think rates and the market are mechanically, inverse. They are technically, but I think we're in a different period right now because there's inflation. And I think inflation is some sort of lift all boats event, but it's also a lift all boats event for yields. And I think if we get a quite substantial inflation beat and quite substantial beats and misses from expectation seem to be becoming increasingly frequent the past month or so. We had a 1.4% GDP beat. We had more than 100% jobs beats and all these revisions. So I think we can have an inflation beat, and I'm starting to see the signs that that's going to occur just 2 days from now, Thursday morning. So I'm waiting until Thursday morning. In addition to talking about specifically the tech rally today, I'm not convinced. I would not call today a tech rally. Google was down. Google released 2 or 3 or more products today. Google was releasing products today, and the stock was down. And I don't think it was the product releases that caused the stock to go down. It's back to pre-earnings levels. I don't think Google's doing anything wrong here. I just think the market is not convincing me. And there's not anything convincing about the market right now. But the commentators, the talk I'm hearing on CNBC, quite optimistic about all of a sudden, on a dime, tech rally. ARK was down. And we've been in these 10x growth stocks. We are not in the mega cap tech growth stocks. Those stocks are for other people. We're looking to have an aggressive edge. Not to say they're not good companies. They are good companies. But we want an edge. And we don't feel like we have an edge in a stock that everyone owns. So the mega cap techs were not up today. They have been up. Mega cap tech has not been up so much except unless they beat earnings. So maybe it's just more of a reflexive move. Again, another reason why I'm not convinced here. And I don't like waiting. As I said at the beginning of the video, I don't like waiting. I get paid to be ahead of the curve. But right now, I just see too many unknowns. I see too many strange things occurring in the market. I don't like that. So I'm going to wait for the CPI because my gut and my information is telling me the market's in for a surprise. How big of a surprise? What kind of reaction we get? Unknowns. I'm making simply educated guesses. All educated guesses here. But I'm taking a sec. And I don't take secs. I don't wait, right? I make a decision. I have a plan. I know what I'm entering. I know what I'm exiting. Right now, I'm leaving that up to chance a little bit. And I don't do that. But I am now. This is a rare moment. That's why I felt the need to make this video. And one more thing. We have to talk about energy because energy is obviously having quite a dramatic hit today after an incredibly dramatic run since the first trading session of 2022. If you have been watching this channel long enough, you have been with me and we have been with each other through the peaks and troughs of energy over the last year plus. And it certainly has not been a straight shot. You know, if you got in end of December, it has been a straight shot for you, but we've been in energy since November of 2020. And it certainly has not been a straight shot. Iran talks, SPR potential releases, Iran nuclear deal. Do we really think that's going to happen when they've got a military pact with China and we're fighting China? Same thing with Russia, China, Russia. We're going to give our enemy's ally a nuclear weapon, access to nuclear technology. I don't think so. And SPR release talk to Iran and the U.S. were supposed to be talking today. I didn't hear anything out of that. All I heard was SPR release. So seems like that's a little leverage over Iran, saying, hey, Iran, we would love to have your oil. We would love to bring prices down. But if you're not going to agree to our terms, we're just going to release SPR release. We don't really need it that much. And then we hear Biden goes to shift to talk to EV. So I don't think we're talking about nuclear Iran and Iranian oil. So today's drop is what it is. Not concerned. Supply deficit. I think there's a good chance we don't get an Iran deal. And we all saw what happened the last time we had the SPR release. We were at $91 Brent or WTI yesterday. So is what it is. We'll see what happens. Wonky things going on. Not convinced. Waiting till Thursday. Don't like to wait. Don't normally do that. Still bullish on energy. And don't think an Iran deal looks like it's going to happen based on today. SPR release probably will happen. Won't be shocked if that happens. But we saw what happened last time. About 1-2 day decline. And that was the bottom. Local bottom. And then we went to new multi-year highs. So that's today's video. And until next time, peace out.